I was starting to learn my mediumship, my abilities, this, that, and the other. And I had it written down, and I remember it was in like a yellow binder type looking thing. And he was telling me, he was like, even though I'm dark, I'm helping you though. And I'm like, no, you're not. You're harming me. You know, I mean, they're harming you. They are harming you. But then when I started resonating and trying to dig into and learn, like, how could they be helpful, you know? And then that's when I started coming across, you know, other people talking about it too. You know, that basically it's not, you don't welcome it, you don't want it. It's just, it's stepping stones while you're learning, while you're going through life, and this, that, and the other. And so it basically helps to teach. It helps to, you'll get to enlightenment through the experiences and everything. When I've tapped into them, there is no care in the world. And I'm not talking about how numb that we can get and things like that, and maybe like a temporary I don't care and blah, blah, blah. No. It's a whole, there's no compassion, there's no love, there's no enjoyment, joy, happiness. I don't even know how to explain it. And it's like the opposite of emotions of what we try to experience that's good. It's the opposite. I don't know. I can't even put it into words. I would have to make a video one day specifically about this where I can try to tap into and, you know, express better with words and things like that. So, but right now, you know, like I said, this is different. So anyway, I'm going to try to hurry up and end this video because it's already been going for a while. This is not fun. This is not fun. Anyway, but yeah, so that's what's going on. And I knew that it was going to end up, like I said, being dangerous, unfortunately. But it does get like that before it gets better. But it's going to get better. And it is slowly getting better. It's just playtime right now. And so, and what I mean by that is, you know, constantly hurting me and this and the other. However, I mentioned it somewhere recently on a post or something. No, video. The recent video that I uploaded today about the food, holiday recipes, decorations, and inside seed gardening or whatever. I mentioned on there about, because my son, he was smudging me and everything. And I was like, oh, that's so cute. And then I was talking a little bit about saging and stuff. And so I had mentioned it on there that I don't choose, because of my bowl, the way that my bowl is. It's in here somewhere, back here. The way that my bowl is. And so it's got the, I wrote it on there, Mother Maiden Crone or something like that, or Maiden Mother Crone. The triple goddesses and things like that. Them and others choose to work with me. It's not that I'm actively seeking them. The one, I had a reading done, I was like, well, you know, I'm curious, like, who she would pick up on, like, which goddess, you know, she'd pick up on. And she picked up on Freya, and I was like, who is that, you know? And so I read into it, and I'm like, oh, dude, that sounds just like me. I love roses. I love love. She's like exactly like that, too. She's a loving type, lighter, it sounds like, goddess, but, and that's me. I'm like, yeah, so that's cool. I'll have to re-look into her and everything. If you know some information, please share. I love to learn about this stuff, too. But like I said, I don't actively do rituals and this, that, and the other. I don't do that kind of stuff. I do more of a prayer intent. I connect more like with Mother Earth, the universe, you know, things like that. Elementals, angelic realm, you know, things like that. But, which that's part of what's going on with the devil entities. They are the fallen archangels. And so the shadow people are the fallen angels. And, I learned this by doing a spirit box session. If I ever find it, I'll show y'all. But, because I was being guided, like, I was getting my detective mode, and I'm, like, tapping into, I was tapping into, and I'm like, sorry, it's like starting to kind of, because the way I'm sitting and stuff too. Anyway, and so I was just like, I'm going to, I can't even remember what I was going to say because you distracted me. You know how, like, after you get cut and everything, after a while, then it starts doing, like, not the throbbing, just every now and then, depending on certain things, it'll do, like, a itchy throb, or I don't know how to explain it. Anyway. But it's not throbbing. But it is doing a weird, sharp thing. Dang it. Probably going to have to get in a different chair. I don't know what I'm going to do, because I got the dog. She loves jumping all over me, and she's got nails, and, oh, that's going to hurt. Anyway, what was I saying? Okay, yeah, about the goddesses. And so I don't actively seek them out or work with them. I did do, when she was doing it, but I think she is now, but in a different way. Sage goddess. She was doing some full moons and stuff with different goddesses and gods, things like that. But it wasn't in a, I don't know how to explain it. It was always where we would send love with each other, we'd send love to the world, and, you know, things like that. Good things. And so that's why I did some of those. But, and that's what I try to do with my crystal grids and everything too, was in a crystal grid way where we'd connect and do, you know, similar things where it's for the world and for all beings and, you know, this and the other. But, yeah, the darker ones, they choose to work with me, but it's because of the fact of who they are. So, for instance, I don't know how to say her name. You're probably going to correct me because a lot of people love to correct everybody. But I don't know if it's Hecate. I don't know. I apologize. But she is the one with the key, and she's the one that deals with the underworld, which, what is mediumship? Underworld. Zeus. No, not Zeus. I've seen him before. I'll go into a story about that sometime. Hades. You think that we're tall people, him, Jesus I've seen, and others are like huge. But the biggest ones are the great gods. I don't know why. Like, Zeus was even bigger than the mountain. And I'm like, dude, how are you so ginormous? I don't understand. But anyway, the only thing I can think of now, because I kept trying to rack my brain about that, and because others had felt the same way too, and I'm like, how are these so huge? It has to, because if you think about it, our solar system, this, that, the other, whatever you want to call it, the planets and everything get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, way bigger than Earth. And so for him to be laying down by a mountain, and the mountain still looks dwarfed by him, I'm like, and I know that mountain is not a dwarf. And so, but that's the only thing that makes sense. Like, they have to be on another planet. They just have to be. Anyway, so, or that's the only logical sense I can come up with. Maybe there's other explanations. I don't know. But anyway, so I've seen them. They're huge. Like I said, Jesus is huge too. He's probably, though, about 20, 30 feet or something like that, Jesus. I saw him when I was crossing a boy over, and I think that might have, from the guidance and everything, that felt like a miscarriage that I had. And I knew he was a boy. And he, at the time when I did the crossover, he would have been that age. Because I've heard people say that they end up crossing over usually about the age, sometimes, not every time, about the age that they could have been. And, but yeah, so I was just like, and me growing up, I was Catholic, because that's what my parents chose. And so I was into Jesus, I was into Mary, I was into, archangels. And so I kind of think they're trying to come back to me and trying to get me to tap back into them, but more in, what is it called? Ascended Masters type of way. I don't know if you call it metaphysical or what. I have no idea, but that's the type of way that they're, and that I didn't realize that I've always connected with them as like that. But anyway, so yeah, so Hecate or whatever, she's, like I said, the underworld, she is dark. Don't piss them off. I push my boundaries, okay? I don't mean to, but, I will not do that again. because I was just like, oh, people are saying, at one point I was just like, this is when this happened. When I was just like, oh, they say they're so bad and this, that, and the other. Another time, it was just kind of more like, well, what if they're not really bad? What if they're actually doing darker work, basically? And that's why they're considered bad, is because, like I said, she's underground. So, yeah, that's more darker type work. No. They looked like vampire type beings, and it was 3 of them. All shadow and everything, and not nice. It was the scariest experience. Because I was sitting there and I was just like, yeah, whatever. I think it was during one of her meditation things, and I was kind of challenging them. I'm like, I don't see you. I've never seen you. I don't know who you are. Blah blah blah. Oh, they revealed. They came rushing at me too. That's what made it even worse. And I was just like, oh, I almost like fell out of a chair. I've had a few encounters because of my dumb self. Like I said, when I was younger, stupid and challenging, and things like that. That's where I have to learn to do a healthier type challenge, not like this. And she keeps barking. I don't know. It sounds like she's barking at somebody, but then it's like I think she's barking at the cats. I don't know, because my cat will run in here. I don't know if she's going to or not. Yeah, the door is cracked. Yeah, she's not behind me right now. I'm thinking it's that. But anyway. Just trying to... My son should be in the room. It sounds like it. Anyway, so... yeah. I've challenged them, and you're not supposed to. Don't do it. I don't recommend it. Just because of what I said, it's like, oh, well, is that the only way I can have an experience? Well, if you do, I promise you, they're not going to enjoy it. And, but yeah, so I've done some dumb things like that. But anyway, so I'm minding my business today, though. And all of a sudden, here comes this blender flinging off my sink and just magically pops the thing off. You're supposed to twist it, and it's just blending on my foot. Like I said, thankfully it did do, one cut. I don't know how many times it spinned or anything, but yeah. Let me go see him. Anyway, it could be her seeing that being thing, because I know it's still around, but anyways, yes, little man, you're going to get a bath, as always. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up, because yeah, he's already getting all anxious and everything, wanting his bath and all of that, and so, but yeah, I mean, I don't know, she's either seeing it or something, I don't know, but I know I got a little ways to go with this, and probably need to do another, cleansing round is what I'm thinking, actually, the more that I think about it right now. Like, getting my attention, too, to be like, okay, well, you need to do some more work. Because helping to put that intention to ask for the help and things like that, and pretty much stating, like, you're being removed, you're being replaced with what does serve people's and stuff's highest good, that is pure divine love and light. And there's a whole bunch of other steps, but basically doing things like that, pretty much just, like I said, trying to keep it love and light and help to cleanse off the stuff and all that, So it should be hopefully soonish rather than later, but yeah, so I'll probably go ahead and do a mindful another round of cleansing again. And I should have known. I was ignoring it today, and then it's like when you ignore it, the more physical they want to get too. That's what's crazy about it. It's just like, oh yeah, you're going to ignore me, I'm just going to try to hurt you. And it's like, oh, thanks, Got my attention. I feel you. That's what I was trying to say before we end it. With Goddess Hecate and them, basically, like I said, I apologize, I probably got her name wrong. Because everybody has names they say, like Brigid, and things like that. She's another love type 1 fire, this, that, and the other for February. Or a good one to work with in February. Ireland or something like that. Okay, anyway. Certain dark goddesses, when they're helping you, they will hurt you. And I never knew that. I was just like, why would they want to hurt you? Why would you want to work with something like that then, you know? But if you stop and think about it, like I was saying earlier, that the dark is helping to teach us things. Not saying that it's helping, not saying it's good, helps us to teach us things. It's kind of like that with Goddess Hecate and them too. That when they're causing harm, sometimes it's the level of the more work they have to do, the harder work or whatever it is. Sometimes it's for that reason as well. So you kind of have to hurt a little bit. It sucks. So you kind of have to hurt a little bit to be able to get the help and everything that's needed. And with the severity and the magnitude, I've noticed each time she comes around, things like that can happen too. The stuff that's dropped on my feet lately and things like that, because like my toes, some of them are like they were black because stuff kept smashing on them and kept hurting me. That's one of the areas that she'll hurt you at too. Oh my God, it sucks. Anyway, so that ended up happening, and but I noticed the cut thing. I mean, possibly could be her. But with the death of the cat and this, that, and the other, you know, it's like, no. I feel it's both, basically. It honestly is what's going on. It's her helping. I'm getting hurt because of that. But I'm also, I think the one tonight could have been a mix. But just how magically that happened like that, you know. It shouldn't have done that. It should not. Like, that just really is freaky. I'd have to show y'all sometime the blender and everything. Because, again, you have to twist it to get them off. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. It's the personal blenders. You got to twist the lid to get it off. Not just the lid to drink out of. I'm talking about the bottom part where the blade is. That's what popped off, not the lid. The part that holds the liquid that goes to the spinny part, that is where it popped off at. That's why it cut me like that, because it was still spinning and stuff. So, no, that is not normal. That is not normal. You know, it does not do that. You have to twist it off. But anyway, so all it did was hit my foot, and it did all that. So, you can't twist it off like that. But anyway, so, yeah, that's what ended up happening. And like I said, it's either her, because of the magnitude. I know she is doing some things. I know some of the things that fell is her. But I think this cutting one, though, that was dangerous. I do feel that one was for sure the thing that I'm trying to get off the property. These things, those devil entities and things like that, they are next to impossible to remove. So I don't know. And then what keeps them around is having specific beliefs. I don't want to say it because I don't want to influence people. I don't want to harm people. I don't want anything. It just goes hand in hand together, that realm, with a book. And I'm going to leave it as that. So yeah, so that could keep it around. Another thing that can keep it around is also the belief of this stuff ain't real, and other factors. So, I'm hoping that it just somehow gets cleansed off, and things just improve. Things will get better once it's successfully cleansed. I do feel there's probably some that are directly causing harm by ill intents and doing bad stuff they shouldn't be doing. towards the direction and towards probably the person and the property and things. And so it's a mix of things that's going on. I'm just one solo person. And so honestly, with this type of magnitude, it should probably be a few people at least. Like I said, I haven't tapped into it. If I thoroughly did, I could say exactly what's going on, who's needed, what type of person's needed, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I can't go into too much detail like that. But sometimes some places need like a strong masculine male energy to, you know, do some cleansing along with a feminine energy. And, you know, it just really depends. Anyway, I need to get back to the work that I'm trying to do. And this is going to end up being a long video. I apologize. I really don't want to keep these videos long like that, but because I already got, I think, like, what, a 10-minute before that, so it's near an hour. So anyway, I think I said everything I needed to say. Basically, that's the issue, is that whether you want to work with them or not, they're either going to work with you or not. And the dark ones, like I said, especially if you're really working on, like, a deep cleansing, trying to get rid of dark things, sometimes, you know, you might end up getting a little hurt. It's just, usually it'll be like a paper cut or something drop on the foot or, you know, just some sort of stub your toe. Like, that was big time for me. It was stubbing my toe too. Just things like that. Not freaky things that is hard to explain scientifically. And it happens more in a magical type fashion, like what it did on my foot. And that's when you usually know that that's something dark. That's trying to harm you, that's trying to scare you, and it's basically trying to say, push any further, I'm going to harm you even further. Your dad already just, it was like the same thing like with what happened with Michael. He didn't mean to, but I don't want to go into details, but twice now, he ended up losing an animal and going through surgery at the same time. And so I was there for one of them, and that was also shortly after my mom passed. Then we ended up losing 2 dogs, and then, you know, so it's the same type of junk that does these type of things. And so the lessons are done. It's got to be removed. It's going to have to be dealt with. And so it's dangerous, but they chose me. And so maybe, you know, somebody else can jump in and help out and all of that. But like I said, I can't give details and all that. I can't, you know, I'm not going to do that. I'm just not that type of person. So anyway, more work needs to be done. As soon as I end this video, I'm going to be bathing him, but I'm also going to start the work at the same time. Or I might be able to, if he lets me, I might be able to do a quick one, then bathe him, and then do that. So, I don't know, something like that. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. I will have more videos like this that, you know, I will be teaching and everything as well. I do have that one channel that I'm trying to do that with, but I have to wait till I get my ID because I had to verify 2 channels this year, so I have to wait till next year. I don't know. I think it's more of the summertime, somewhere around in there. Summer near fall, maybe? I don't know. But then once I can, I'm going to use my ID to get those 2 verified, and then hopefully I can actually start posting longer videos like this, because I think right now I can only do like 15-minute videos, and the only way to unlock all those type of features is you have to have interaction, people liking, commenting, and subscribing. I don't know. I don't have the luxury of that. I have no idea why. I guess my video is bad. I don't know. Let me know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know if it's just people just don't care these days, and they're just like, I'm going to watch it and then just not like it, and I don't know, you know, or the way that I make it, you know, maybe people can't leave a comment. Maybe it's something like that. I don't know. But yeah, so it just is what it is. However, I am thinking going live on my TikTok, and I'm thinking about singing along with doing readings and energy healings and things like that as well. Now, I still haven't figured out how to do it. If I do sing, it's going to be a little bit of time. I'm going to have to, there's this DJ that I had met on TikTok. I'm hoping he can let me know, like, what type of devices and everything that I can get, and how to do it. And then I'm going to work on my end as well, because because I did some singing last night. It was freaking awesome. But I do need to continue to work on losing the weight, tightening up, like the throat muscles and, things like that. And it just makes it easier to sing, and start getting my vocals, like, getting back into it kind of thing. Because I used to sing all the time. Well, just in my room. That's the issue. I don't know if I can push past my shyness. Because, I had, dealt with things, my mom with some cruel things that she had said, everything when I would sing and things like that. And so, my friends and everybody, they loved hearing me sing. But me, I don't know. It's going to take, that's like the hardest thing to do. Like, I had finally there was a YouTube video, but unfortunately, anyway, I had one and I finally pushed myself to sing. And so it's just going to be hard to do, but I don't know. I feel that that's maybe something that I can do. Like, I've always wanted to make music. I got some stuff here that I can do, but I got to learn how to play them and figure out things like that as well. And then I wanted to make my own music too, but there'll be a lot of cover songs and things like that. So I got to figure out all the legal stuff and this, that, and the other. It's going to take some time, but that's what I'm going to work towards. So if you like that kind of stuff, I will try to, probably in my community area, I'll put the, when I go live there or whatever, I'll put it there. I'll put it on my, my Twitter, formerly known as Twitter, the X account, and I think that's really the two areas that I can put it at. I used to use Facebook, but it just went downhill, and you pretty much can't be seen unless you pay, and there's other catches and stuff. So anyway, I'm thinking about doing that, and like I said, it'll be on my TikTok, and I don't know which TikTok yet, because I don't know, we got to figure all that out. So I'll let y'all know once I figure all that out. But I will do, like I said, I'll probably cover songs, and then I'll do readings and healings and things like that. I just got to figure how I'm going to do it. Like, it probably won't be too many songs, or I would have to do different ones. Like, I don't know. We'll just figure it out together. That's all I can say, is just start it, do it, and figure it out along the way. So we will figure it out. But yeah, I wanted to let y'all know that too. And so let's just hope that I can get past my fears and all of that and actually do some singing. I don't know. But yeah, I'll probably be doing it in this room. I'd have to do it. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm going to keep talking because I'll keep thinking of these things, and it's like, no, let me just, stop it now. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and stop it. I think I said everything I need to say. I will make more videos like this. Especially, like I said, when I can get really deep into it and do long videos like this, I will probably somehow maybe make like a shorter one or a short or something on this channel, and then guide everybody to go to that channel. So where it's just solely, if you like this type of content, that will solely be there. I do have a playlist and everything for this, but I do try to be as careful and as mindful as I can. The pictures, I'll have to put the pictures on after this, so you'll see the pictures, and then it'll pretty much be ended. So they just reminded me, thank goodness. I almost completely forgot. That was the whole point, because I wanted to show y'all, and I got so wrapped up into teaching. Anyway, I'm going to show y'all. Y'all are fixing to see that in a second. After I say this, the pictures will be next, and then the video should end. If there's anything else that I need to say, then I'll say it, but we will see. I have no idea, but I appreciate every one of y'all with your love and support by liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing, everything that you do. I really do appreciate it. And I'm definitely sending y'all much love, gratitude, and thanks. And well-wishing for y'all. And if you do have any kind of questions that, pertains to mediumship and things like that, energy healing, etc., go ahead and ask me. I am working on the courses. That's what I'm going to get back to after I bathe Michael. I might try to see if I can get one more video made. I don't know if it's going to be a shareable one or not, but we'll see. And so now that I have to sit down, I'm going to go ahead and probably, maybe for the next few days, go ahead and do this kind of work. Try to chip away at it a little bit. So, yeah. So I will, if I can remember, I will put that, because I probably won't really be watching this one to edit. It's pretty much going to probably be put it all together and then go from there kind of thing. So if I forget, ask me. I will give you the link to my academy, the courses and things like that I'm working on. But I am also trying to work on it right now to put it on my Etsy shop, which is Mystic Realms Readings. So therefore I can do the PDF file that way, and then through my academy it would be accessed as if kind of like a website or whatever. If you're familiar with online courses, and that's the way that'll be. But to have it downloaded, which I'm going to give that option too, to where if you want both of them, to where if you want to download it as the PDF, or if you download it that way, print it, however you want to do it, or if you want to also have access to this website, my academy, then you can have that option too. I'll have a price range for that as well. Everything's cheap. I think this one, because the mediumship might even be near the same price. It's just going to be 3 separate courses, because there's so much to cover, so much material, that I'm starting the beginning out basically at a certain price, and then, or no, they're all the same price. That's what I'm aiming for. It's just 3 of them. You got the beginning, middle, and the intermediate. And so, yeah. But what's out right now is your intuitive independent self-readings for your reader certification course that I am working on. That's why I was looking up, because I was able to read it. Oh, no, that's what it was. Yeah, your okay, I messed it up. Your intuitive independent self-readings for your reader certification and teaching. That's why I was like, hold on a second. I don't think I said the teaching part. Anyway, so you'll be able to, if you're a reader or not a reader and you want to teach it, it explains it all on there. It's all in the description. But anyway, so this is for everybody. And it's going to be helpful for everybody in a lot of ways. And again, it's explained. Well, it'll be explained more in the course, but I think the description explains it a little bit, maybe. Or the previewable video written or whatever. But anyway, so yeah, I better hurry, because I can feel the anger brewing in the next room where my son is. And so he might act out, but yeah. God, I can't believe that happened to my foot. I mean, literally just cleaning it. Anyway, but yeah. So, should be the pictures next, and hopefully nothing else is said. We can end it. Yes. Much love, everybody. Look out for the pictures. Oh, if you do not want to see them, then you don't have... I don't know. I'll let y'all know on written before the picture show whether I'm showing it or not. I'm still debating on that for the editing part, because I might not. I might just put like a Band-Aid, or not a Band-Aid, but a sticker something over it or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll let you know. It'll be in written before it shows. Much love, everybody. I will see y'all soon. Don't know what type of video, but it'll be something. All right. See y'all soon. I knew it. I just tested it out to make sure, and it did not fall off at all. And I let it go almost the full 20 seconds. And I'm going to show y'all on video what I'm talking about. That is some BS. That, yes, it definitely, and then you have to twist it. It does not just pop off. So, yeah, more intentional done. Another thing I want to let y'all know too, that when that happened, I was really tired, dazed out, not thinking clear. And that also is a sign too, sometimes when something's around, not just health issues or whatever, or just eating something unhealthy or whatever the reasoning, And so I knew something was off then. That, and sometimes you can be a little disoriented and, things like that. And so, yeah, all that kind of stuff was going on. And I should have known. No, it had to have been flung off because I remember from my peripheral, because I wasn't paying attention, the way that it looked like it was like flown off of there. And in fact, I just watched a video last night too of somebody, they were like, oh, a demon caught on camera or whatever. And it was just somebody's, they had hanging like spoon looking things and they just moved. Yeah, it wasn't because of the wind or anything. But anyway, anybody that deals with paranormal and things like that know already that, yeah, that's just, them moving it. But anywho's, so, of course, for the news and all that, they have to pump it up and try to write it for people that don't believe in this kind of stuff and all that. But anyways, yeah, so it definitely was flung off because the more that I think back to it now that I'm more alert again, yeah, it was definitely flown off because it went really hard, and how hard that it hit my foot too. I'm trying to see, it sounds like he might be messing with it. Anyway, I'm fixing to show y'all. Before we get into this dangerous mediumship story that I'm going to be teaching as well as showing at the very end, that's what I'm making this part for. Showing at the very end, I was trying to debunk. I was trying to do anything that I can to figure out how to. This was before I made the video. I was testing it out, and then I realized I can't debunk it. So I went ahead and I got at the ending of this video. And I apologize also for how long this video is. But at the end of this video, though, I do show what I did, how it happened. Well, not too much of how it happened, but I explain it, how the thing works. I tested it out. In other words, all of that is going to be at the end of this video. So this is a dangerous mediumship encounter that I'm having right now because of cleansing and stuff. I explain what's going on in the video. And like I said, there's a whole bunch of stuff in the video. Educational, all kinds of stuff. So, all right, here we go. Yes, I know. Ooh, gross. Sorry. I will be tending to everything when I can. Anywho's, this is the blender. Like I said, you have to twist it. The part that came flinging... I'm trying to hold it a certain way. The part that came flinging off, basically, and that hit me, was this part. So it somehow magically, that part came off. And so, like I said, I mean, it flung and hit me. Anyways... Okay, so I went ahead this time and let it go the full 20. As you can see, it did not come off. That's exactly where it was when it flung on me. You see how it's got that? It's got little grippers. So, yeah, that should not have flown off and cut me the way that it did. I wanted to show ya Twisty. Twisty. If you have one of these, you know that it twists. So, yeah. Twists. It twists. It does not just magically pop off and continue to spin while the thing is off because of the safety mechanism. So, just showing y'all. That is paranormal, supernatural, whatever you want to call it. And when people do cleansing and stuff, when they say that they're dealing with dangerous things, it's going to be things like this. So just understand that it is what it is. If you're going to do this line of work, basically expect this type of stuff to happen. If you're going to do cleansing type things. Honestly, even just dealing with the paranormal and things like that. I mean, somebody's got to do it to be able to help others. I mean, it has to be done, so, yeah. So, again, you got to spin it, and, so, that's what I'm dealing with right now. But it's okay. It's not my first rodeo, like I said. And so I'm glad that I have this. Maybe I'm probably going to put this in my course as well. Um, because, like I said, people, my students and everything, need to be aware of this kind of stuff. This is not just for the faint of heart. You just don't go in like, oh, I can do anything that I want to do, and I'm going to be able to do this, and it's going to turn out good, blah, blah, blah. It don't work like that. So, yeah. So I think I'm going to put this in my course as well. But you on YouTube get to see this, and maybe TikTok. I don't know. It depends. No, probably not TikTok because it's too long, and probably Twitter will, the X. But I'll send the link to watch this video. So, and then maybe I can chop it up for the course or something, or redo another small one, like rewatch it maybe when I have time, and then try to maybe kind of write down the key points, and then recover it, and then do it in a, like I'll probably have that one, this one, and then I'll probably have another one as well to go a little bit deeper. Let's put it that way. But yeah, so like I said, it twists off. I waited the whole 20 seconds that time, and it did not freaking come flying at me like it did earlier, and just magically pop off on my foot. And no, you have to twist it off, and like I said, it went the whole time. It did not come off. Because I was just like, dude, if it's that dangerous, I can't even clean the darn thing. But then that's when I sat there for a second. I was like, hold up. I was like, I think there's something going on. There's something deeper. And yeah, it definitely was and is. And so, as I explained earlier, that's what's going on. So, this is the life that we live. So, I think this is it for now. If there's more, there might be a part 2. I don't know. We'll see. So, maybe my baby girl wasn't barking at nothing, because she was barking weird a few times tonight. I just noticed a cop going by with their light in the yard, driving by, so could this night get any better? And like I said, if you're dealing with paranormal, expect this kind of stuff to happen. Wow, because even the neighbor, I noticed their backyard light was on too, and I'm like, that's a little weird. And anyway, so I was getting on to show y'all that the device has to twist and stuff. And then I'm seeing the cop driving by, and I'm like, because my window, excuse the mess, but yeah, like I said, you know, like the window's opened, and so the light, you know, when he was driving by, when I just turned the video on, he was driving by. But yeah, anyway, I still think part of the barking, guidance-wise, was part of what's been going on. Like, she's been detecting this stuff too, on top of, because I had, in fact, lately, it's been about 2 or 3 weeks now, I was actually sensing to lock my front door and the bedroom door. Like, this feeling, just this nagging feeling wouldn't stop. And so maybe it was because up until tonight. So whatever's going on. And it's crazy because, like, we have a cop that lives literally across from us, and then we have 2 doors down another cop. In fact, there's, I think, 3 or 4 in this neighborhood itself. And so, oh Lord, whatever's going on. Anyway, okay, so we're going to go ahead and move forward. The video's already long enough as it is. Okay, let me show you how it works. Okay, so this is the thing. And like I said, it literally slammed on my foot, basically. And so you twist this thing, right? You have to twist it. Okay? Come on now. You see how much twisting I had to do. I know for a fact this was on tight, because if you have this, it's this brand. If you have that, you know how much twisting it does. I just wanted to do it again just to show you. How in the heck did it just magically not only pop off, but pop off and have to be spinning still because it had to have time to detect on my freaking foot. So and I wanted to add something else. The more that I think about it, like there's going to be more parts to this video. So I'm thinking about going ahead and putting this one on the second part. Because there's a lot coming to my mind that I'm realizing today that, okay, this goes with this goes with this, you know, piecing it all together because that's how this stuff works. So, yeah, this will be on part 2. So I'll just have to remember to add that to the second one if I can. Hopefully I remember this. Anyway, so what I realized and forgot about, because when you're in this, they put you in this zone to where you're so tired, you're not thinking clear, if you noticed on the first video, I was so scattered all over the place. You're not thinking clear. You're, like I said, you're all over the place. You're tired, sometimes vertigo, sometimes sick, sometimes, you know, there's a bunch of different things that can go with this. And so I noticed something was just completely off yesterday. But I couldn't notice enough because, again, I was so tired and stuff. And so then I sat down right now while I'm working on our naturally recovering autism juice stuff because I'm trying to get this back in our system, and that's what injured me. But anyway, it was the juicer thing. I remember when I got done and I was going to go get them cleaned, I remember going in there and I basically walking out the door. If I get my words, there you are. Walking out the door and going down the hall. Trying to give a visualization. Anyway, but that's what I would do. Go that way. And I got to the kitchen, or before getting to the kitchen, I was just stepped out the door, and I remember that bad feeling, like something's off, don't feel good at all. And I was even hearing, don't go down there. And I was just like, but I got to because I got to get these cleaned. And I was just trying to ignore it. Like, I don't care, you know, I know you're evil, just get away from me, I'm doing my thing. And then I remember looking at the dog, and she looked scared, and I'm like, that's weird. And so I was like, yeah, something's definitely off. But again, you're so tired, you're not thinking clear, and I just, like I said, dismissed it and all that. I get in there, and then that's when all that happened. But the other thing that I remembered is I remember setting it down, and I remember having to stop it because it was like constantly trying to go off. And I'm like, something ain't right. And then I, you know, finally got it to sit properly, and then I turned it on. And then, you know, after like a second or whatever, then that's about 3 seconds at least. Then that's when it flew off and hit me. So I think it was already trying to knock it off to get me out of there. I was just, like I said, in their realm, their energy field or whatever you want to call it. And that's what I was feeling and didn't realize that that's what was going on. And then, yeah, because it's like, and I remember from my peripheral also seeing things like that. But then, anyway, but I had showed y'all that it can be fine, that you can keep it still. Like, you put it on there, turn it on. I went the whole 20 seconds. It did not budge. And, but yeah, so it's just more thoughts and more, again, it's pieces to the puzzle. This is how it works with mediumship. It's pieces to the puzzle. Same thing with spirit communicating, this, that, and the other. So, I mean, that's pretty much what it is, a spirit communicating mediumship. But there's other aspects of mediumship than just spirit communicating, because we're dealing with realms and this, that, and the other. And like I said, it's the same thing like with light workers and all of that. And anyway, so my son loves to whatever. Don't know if you could hear him or not. He absolutely loves, and I'm sure you might have heard the beep, 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 and I think it was playing on the first video too. Last night he was picking on me because he was wanting to go to bed. He was tired, and I knew that too, and I was like, because I've been feeling tired too yesterday. And again, it was because of what was going on, but I was like, no, I'm not going to give it the satisfaction. So I stayed up till about 2 or 3 in the morning, and then finally, like around about an hour or so before that, it didn't feel like it was there no more. And but anyway, so and then ended up, everything fine. So I did another quick round of cleansing. I'm going to have to do another focus round of that. But I'm going to have to continue to do that because I thought, maybe do it like 1 or 2 times and then be done. And then hopefully, things are okay. No, it's just like when I do mine. It's just a continuation. So I'm just going to have to continue to do the cleansing until I'm finally got it like, hey, you don't have to right now, But yeah, I could tell that things at that location and stuff are definitely getting better. It's going to take time. Like I said, it's not an overnight thing. It takes time, and because energy's got to get cleared out, you got to get stuff. It's a process. There's a lot of work to be done. So, but yeah. So there's going to be more that I'm going to be talking about in this video. It's just going to be done in another day because right now I'm trying to finish editing the first video to be able to upload that one. But I'm trying to work again on my courses. Hopefully I can get some done. Oh, that's what I was saying. My son, he likes to pick. And so once I get back on this program steadily, you're going to notice I'm not going to be talking like this. I'm going to be well focused and all that as well. Unless, again, something paranormal and stuff's going on. That's when this happens as well. But anyway, yeah, little man, he likes to pick on me. He is a picker. So anybody that can't tolerate that, he can nonstop pick. Anyway, so last night he wanted to go to bed. And like I was saying, those are the reasons why we didn't. Anyway, and then finally we did. But during that time when he's not getting his way, what he does is he'll play something really loud. And he'll play it over and over and over to try to annoy you, to get you to be like, oh my God, fine, what is it? What do you need, And I don't do that no more. That's why he's... I've noticed sometimes he'll try and try and try, and then finally, after a while, he'll give up. That's why it sounds like I think he's playing another song now. Yeah, Staying Alive song. Who sung that? It's a 70s song. Where they do like a disco dance or whatever on YouTube video, and then it's the Staying Alive. I don't know if you can hear it or not. Probably not, because I got the air purifier going on in the background. But anyway, so yeah, so he'll switch from different things and everything when he realizes, okay, well, mom's not, reacting to what I'm wanting her to react to. So, but last night, during that whole time, he was steadily doing that. And that's another way also that I noticed when the paranormal's around, because they make him act out. They've always influenced him to act out. That's the reason why I don't go in vehicles with him either, because if something's around, they will get him to act out, and he don't understand danger and stuff, and he will open the door and he will try to go out that door while a moving vehicle. So like I said, I'm trapped, I'm stuck, and unfortunately they take advantage of that stuff. So that's why I'm putting my foot down again, and I'm like, that's it. So if what I think is true hopefully will happen, and then, I'll be able to continue this program. So we'll see. I don't know. But I'm going to try to continue this program because I am determined to. I'm going to unlock the doors for him. And that's what people don't understand. I guess they just think that's him laughing. Sounds like I did the same thing too when I was younger. I sounded like I was crying, not laughing. It's weird. But anyway, but yeah, so oh my gosh, I don't know. I hope that everything's going to go the way that it's going to, because, people think, I guess, that what I'm trying to do is bogus or whatever, and I don't know. I don't know what people think, but I do know that for me, I've witnessed my own self, and with my son, because we're both doing it, I've noticed the changes within us. And so I know he's going to get either almost fully recovered or fully recovered. He's right there. You see him. He's even improving lately. Like, he's more focused, and like, he's, instead of like, I don't know how to explain it. This is not the video for that. I will have to sometime though, because I still got to make these videos where I'm explaining what exactly progress he's doing, and and all that kind of stuff. So it's just going to take me a little bit of time to get there, because there's so many videos that I'm doing right now. There's so much work that I'm trying to do, because I can't do anything right now with my foot. So I'm pretty much kind of sitting around and just waiting for it to heal, and things like that. Then I can get back to doing the yard. Well, it's kind of hard right now. Oh yeah, I finally got this cleaned up today too. So I finally got that cleaned up mostly, and but it's been raining, and so it's cold now, it's rainy, And that's going to put a damper on me finishing the yard right now. So, especially with it being cold and rainy, because I mean, it's rained actually a decent amount for once finally. So, now my feet would actually go in the ground and all that. So, I won't be able to do work until it starts drying out and all that. And it sounds like more rain to come too for the next few days. So, we'll see. But I will be getting back out there though. Like the temperature part don't bother me. I'll go out there with the sweater on if I have to and all that. And I will work in the mud. But not overly wet like this, you know. And but anyway, so yeah. But yeah, so I want to do a fire, but I got to remove the rest of the stuff from the fireplace, and again it's lifting because some of it is heavy. And I don't want to split open what I'm doing because I don't have stitches. I don't have the little butterfly stitches. I know it. I needed some butterfly stitches for sure. Because I saw when I looked down, when I realized what was going on before it started filling up with blood and everything, I was like, oh God, that's pretty deep. And, but the picture, it just doesn't look that deep. And so I'm just trying to not do as much to split it open basically. I'm trying to let it heal. I haven't looked at it today. I pretty much bandaged it, cleaned it up, bandaged the... I don't know where my organic or whatever you call version. It was like nut sporin or something like that. Not neosporin. It was like nut sporin. And it's more safer. The ingredients and the stuff that they use more holistic. And compared to neosporin. And so I'm stuck with neosporin right now. And so I'd have to order that other stuff anyway. I don't think they would even have it in Walgreens or things like that. So, but that's why I'm taking that program, which I keep forgetting I got to get back into because I want to do my own herbal stuff and all of that as well. And so I could probably have my own shop, which would be perfect with everything that I do. If I could have my own herbal stuff along with doing, you know, my readings and energy healings, and maybe I wanted to do massage, but I don't want to deal with people that are, because for me, for some reason I attract people that want to get handsy and touchy and that kind of stuff, and I'm like, no. And so, it'd be too dangerous for me because even though I'm like perfect, that would be, you know, like my dad said, everybody, you know, because he was a massage therapist for many, many years. And my dad was real tall. He was like near 7 foot tall and everything, real big guy. But anyway, so, I'm either 6'1", 6'2". I think 6'2", possibly. I don't know. But anyway, I'm a big bone girl. I'm not tiny, you know, and so I have the strength, bigger hands, you know, things like that for massaging. So people love that. But the pervs and everything is the problem that I have to deal with. And so that's where I'm like, maybe I'll hire somebody if I can open up my own shop, and then maybe I can do the holistic stuff for people, for animals, and, you know, things like that. And then do, like I said, the readings, energy healings, different things that I can do, and then maybe even sell crystals and all that. That's my dream. I've been wanting to do that. I've tried doing that on Etsy, but then, you know, I realized all these changes through all these years before that sickness thing for those years and all those changes that happened with it. I was starting to make pretty good money on Etsy and stuff. And then all of a sudden, here comes more tax stuff. Here comes Etsy taxing as well. Here comes the prices going up. People not buying as much. People can't afford much, you know. And so it was just like, what do I do then? You know, so I'm like, you know, now, I don't know. And then you can't even do a brick and mortar right now, I don't think, unless things are going to start lifting up for that. If they ever do, and if I do get my son recovered and all of that, then my doors should be opening. Then I should be able to maybe have a brick and mortar, and I'll still be doing online stuff too, I'm sure, but it just wouldn't be as much as I'm doing right now, of course. But I would probably still do it anyway. But anyway, so yeah. But anyway, there's a lot of things that I thought of, and that's going to be coming up in this video. And it's going to be different sections and different parts, so I'm probably going to focus maybe 1 or 2 topics at a time, depending on how long the videos are. I'm going to try to keep them maybe up to 30 minutes, and then do another part, and do another part, you know, things like that. I don't know, we'll see. 30 to 40 minutes, and I don't know. We'll just see. All right, here's the next information. All right, love, so I decided I'm going to go ahead and end the video. there's going to be a part 3. And part 3, what that's going to have is I will have the pictures. I might have a little bit of information and stuff, maybe a little more updates about all of this. And I'm going to try to keep that short in case there's any complications and I have to delete it. And I have to go ahead and delete the original video. And I don't have access to it. So therefore, I can try to attempt to remake it and hopefully make the appropriate changes if I have to make any. I don't know yet, but or if worse comes to worse, I can put it on my Patreon. But again, their stuff is changing as well. So it's just pretty much I don't know. I don't know when things will change for the better. I have no idea as far as being able to freely speak again and freely do things and, you know, like how we were able to do before. So anyway, yeah, so like I said, I will be sharing the pictures. I will be sharing all of that. I just don't know where to find the information, what's allowed, what's not allowed. And like I said, I'm just going to take a chance. And if something happens with the video, something happens. If it don't, then fantastic. So therefore, I'm not losing this full video. And, or I hope I don't. And for whatever reason. And so, yeah, but, like I said, you know, I'm going to be making more of these videos for sure. I have a list written down, so I'm letting y'all know that as well. So there's going to definitely be more mediumship, mentorship, this, that, the other, about this type of stuff, my personal stories and things like that, and things that I can teach a little bit with and all of that. So therefore, hopefully it's a little bit helpful, whether you do this kind of stuff or just interested in hearing the story or whatever, you know, your reasons are. But yeah, so in part 3, definitely look out for that. I don't know if over time I'll change the name or if I'll just keep them in parts and then have the name a specific way for these videos. I don't know yet. But, yeah, so definitely be on the lookout for part 3, and I will definitely see y'all there. So much love, everybody, and happy holidays. I really hope it turns out beautiful for you. Much love, everybody. Bye for now.